Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. I just finished watching In the Heights with the family, and I wasn't prepared. Just how good this movie is. Lin Manuel Miranda, I think you are a certified genius. And for the first time in a long time, a movie that really feels like it represents me. And so, whew, I wasn't ready, and I'm not ready now. Uh, let's take a look, and I dedicate this to my mom and my grandma, Mama Rosa. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You ain't a killer, boy, stop. I hear you yelling stacks on deck, boys.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you for joining me on this review of In the Heights. Before we get to the review, make sure you like and subscribe. When you do that, you become a member of the Llama Nation, and hit that little bell notification so you know when we post videos. All right. A couple of things. If you notice the music playing in the background, I'm going to take a copyright hit just to play a little bit of the tunes that remind me of back home, remind me of my mother or my grandmother, because this is where that movie transported me. So let's get to the review, and we'll talk about how this movie impacted me and if I recommend it. So here's the movie review. You have In the Heights. It's the film version of the Broadway musical in which Usnavi, a sympathetic New York bodega owner, saves every penny every day as he imagines and sings about a better life. It's directed by Jon M Chu. It's rated PG-13. Its runtime is about 2 hours and 23 minutes, and it is in theaters now and also streaming on HBO Max. All right, so In the Heights is, to me, one of those pieces of art, one of those movies that really touches your soul. I've never had an experience where all of the feelings that I had bottled up about my family were on screen. There was the struggle of the immigrant experience, which I went through. There was just the celebration of the different cultures, the different countries that represent the Hispanic population in this movie, and just visually amazing. My first shout out is to Lin Manuel Miranda. I know I'm not foolish to think he's watching this video, but I have to say it. I don't know what it is. Sometimes, there's just an artist that transcends or that speaks to people. He's done this now twice with In the Heights on Broadway and Hamilton. And so, and now I'm seeing his touch in, I know he did the music for Moana, which is one of my favorites. And he's involved in a lot of other projects. He definitely has a style about him, but to say about this movie, it's one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very long time. And it's not just because it hit me in the feels, not because it speaks to me as an immigrant or, as somebody who's gone through the struggle or even lived something close to what is being portrayed on screen. It's really the first time I felt that in a long time or in a movie. And so that's why I'm I'm very emotional about this particular movie. First of all, it's visually stunning. The colors are vibrant. The people are amazing in sort of the cast and the ensemble and how they work together. It really did come together, and you can see the trace elements of the Broadway play. And the rhythm and the pacing and the way that the characters are introduced is very, very similar to a Broadway play, and they try to stick to that. and it's perfectly done. It's well executed. You know, the movie, you know, the story is something that I personally have experienced from childhood till now, which is the struggle, and there is elements of today, and I'm assuming when he wrote the play back in 2008, I believe, there were the dreamers and the struggles of the immigrant population that he was touching upon. But what I love about this movie is that it's not overbearing. It's not trying to beat you over the head with this message, or be too political. It really is a celebration of culture. It's a celebration of the Latin culture, and just how having pride for your neighborhood, having pride for what your family heritage is, having pride for where you came from, is just amazing. And so I'll tell you this: I wasn't prepared. I thought it was going to be a good movie. I didn't think it was going to be this good, and I loved it. I'm going to rewatch it, but I will give you a shameful admission. I freaking ugly cried in this movie. Ugly cried. I couldn't even catch my breath. That's how much it impacted me. And now that I'm thinking about it, getting choked up here, again, just bringing it back to the family element, to the aspects of missing your family, and then dreaming big, dreaming about doing things, setting goals and trying to achieve them. So again, the movie was amazing, was great. I could actually talk about this movie in great detail. But now Jon Chu is the director. I don't know what other projects he's done, but this one was close to perfection for me. Anthony Ramos taking over the Lin Manuel Miranda piece was pretty good. A good twist. There were some cameos in there from some of the Hamilton alum, which was great to see, and it was a fun nod. And there was even, I think, a message that was on the hold machine that was something from Hamilton, which I loved. I love the nod to the fans of Lin Manuel's music and his performances and his Broadway plays. That was great. One thing I will say is that the sequences are visually stunning. There are two particular scenes that stick out for me, and there's one where the Abuela character is sort of reminiscing about how she came to America from Cuba, and her story, and that song is so powerful. And I won't spoil what happens, but it's just a transitional moment for me, where that story is my story. Her story is my mom's story, my grandmother's story. Coming here to United States with nothing, and cleaning houses, and being second-class citizens, not being able to apply for things. It's all there, but again, it doesn't beat you over the head with it. It's just a powerful story. But the visuals for that are inside the subway, and there's changing in the subway cars was amazing. And then there's a scene, forgive me, I don't remember her name, but I know it was Corey Hawkins' character and his love interest. We're on the balcony, and they sort of do this flip of the camera, and they're on the side of the building, almost like Spider-Man. Just a beautiful sequence. What I couldn't get over is the moments that were highs were just freaking highs. We're up there. There's a pool scene where you have a lot of people dancing. There's the street party scene. There's the alleyway dance party. There's club scenes. All of it just keeps you captivated and moving. So again, I could go on and on about this movie. And I just want to say, it did touch me, and it did give me, the experience for me may be different for you. if you're watching this and you're not Hispanic, it's okay. You may not have the same feeling that I did in this movie. I think the themes are transcendent to other cultures and other generations. I think if you're not familiar with the Latin culture, it's okay. I think you'll love this movie. Again, visually stunning, amazing. You have Jimmy Smits in the movie, which is my mother-in-law's favorite. So I'm going to tell her to check it out. But let's just get this. Let's get to. Let's just say I want to say one last thing. Again, it's about family. It's about the experience and the struggle of Hispanic culture. It's really a movie that is pretty perfect. It's just a lot of fun. It's just, I can't explain it. I know I'm doing a terrible job of expressing what it is I felt, but here's my overall. My overall rating for this is an A+. It's a classic for me. I'm gonna rewatch it, although there's some parts I'm not gonna rewatch, or if I rewatch it, I'm gonna rewatch it by myself. I don't want to ugly cry again in front of my kids and my wife. But it hit home. It hit close to home, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I thought it was amazing. And Lin Manuel Miranda, my hat's off to you, although I don't ever take off my hat. I think you knocked this one out of the park. Anthony Ramos truly shines in this movie. He carries this movie. He is the heart and soul of the movie. And there are some characters in there who will touch your heart, and they'll be memorable, and it's just fun. So definitely, Llama Nation, I'm telling you, go check out this movie. You'll love it. Your family will love it. If you're like me, you might ugly cry a little bit, but definitely worth it. It's not the whole movie, guys. You don't ugly cry the whole movie. There was just one particular section in the movie, and I ugly cried like crazy. All right, so there's enough of shameful admissions. Once again, if you like this review, make sure you hit that like button. Be generous, hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button. You become a member of the Llama Nation. That means the Big Llama Show will appear more on your feeds. And if you really like this, make sure you hit that bell notification so you'll know when we drop videos. You can be the first to watch any of the Big Llama Show videos, and be on the lookout for live shows and live streams. Once again, thank you very much for joining me here on this particular journey, movie review of In the Heights. I really loved it. This is the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Peace out.
I'd never lose you, baby. You're the one I keep as my prima donna, my only ruby. You are the one for me.
Yeah, I tell her, baby, you're the one for me. Never two unless you telling me you feel it too.